Hi there. Now we are seeing the chaos on the streets and markets of Sri Lanka. The economy is in not only a tailspin but it has crushed. And mobs are doing violence. Even they burned the house of Prime Minister. So many other cabinet ministers' houses were also burned. So why Sri Lanka, which was you can say doing very good some months back, it was a middle income country, why it has landed itself into such a worst situation? And in its 7 decades of independent history, this is the worst time I think they are facing. And I can enumerate some bullet points for you which led to this situation and chaos in Ceylon, the beautiful country of Sri Lanka. First of all, debt, foreign debt. If you keep taking debt from foreign countries, from Japan, from China, from World Bank, from other countries, but there with that money, what you are doing, where are you investing in? You are investing that money into infrastructure which is not generating dollars or income. So what will happen? Your exports will be very low, but imports will increase, and you are not doing anything to increase your imports. You are going to land up into trouble. Then you go for costly affairs by taking Chinese loan, like building of that port city or Hambantota airport, which is known as the loneliest airport in the world, and then finally you have to lease it to Chinese for 99 years, and you are borrowing at heavy rate in many times, because see, nobody knows at what conditions and at what rate of interest you are borrowing money from China, because the conditions with Chinese and Chinese banks are quite opaque. They are not crystal clear like in case of Japan or World Bank or other players. So this money which you are borrowing from foreign countries is not bringing prosperity in your country. You may see skyscrapers, you may see 5-star quality of infrastructure, but such infrastructure which do not generate revenue leads to losses, and this is what we are seeing there in Sri Lanka. Then it is a managemental crisis at the helm. In one go, the the president of Sri Lanka took a decision that no more import of fertilizers, and all the agriculture will be done organic. The result was that 50% reduction in the crop production occurred, and what they used to export tea, the dollars they used to get, they are not also having that now. Plus, if you develop an economy which is only dependent or very heavily dependent upon tourism, it cannot thrive. You need manufacturing in your country, you need services in your country, but they were depending on just on remittances from those Sri Lankans who were working in Middle East countries or some other countries, plus tourism. And due to COVID-19, tourism there was no zero tourism, so that tourism industry also crumbled in front of their eyes. Then when there was election some months back, Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who is the president right now, he took very populous steps. He promised that he will tax cut 50%, and it was a populist measure. He won election with huge majority, but if you are not having revenue, how are you going to run your government? So populist measures doesn't work like that. You have to have government income, then only you can run your country. Then it was corruption, and the whole nation was under the hands of one family, that Rajapaksa family. You see, Prime Minister Rajapaksa president, Rajapaksa agricultural minister, Rajapaksa speaker, Rajapaksa. Then you have the finance minister, that was also from the same family. So from where you will get people who are having caliber, who can deliver. So there was lacuna of calibrated people who can deliver the things to the country, and then you take drastic measures when people are going out and demanding, they are peacefully protesting for the genuine causes, genuine issues. You tackle them with iron wrist. These things happen in China, but not in a democracy. And these all things clubbed together have brought Sri Lanka to such a crisis, and now they have to impose emergency. They imposed emergency some time back as well, but when Western countries were objecting it, they removed emergency, and now again they have invoked emergency. And I think it's a condition that they should have imposed emergency much earlier. They should not have gone on what the Western countries are saying, because these are the same countries when there was the truckers strike in Canada. It was Canadian government which imposed emergency. Nobody said anything to them. But when Sri Lanka imposed emergency, they were having all the issues. They were talking about human rights. They were talking about freedoms and all those things. But not when Canada imposed emergency in their country. So they should have not bothered what the Western countries were saying. They should have ensured law and order. And now when law and order is out of hand, they are saying that they are telling to the military, shoot at sight. So these things doesn't work like that. So Sri Lanka is in a deep chaos. I don't even rule out the involvement of military if the things are not set to order. If the house is not in order, then there are chances that even the Sri Lanka military may involve itself. India has given a help of $3.5 billion US, but it's time that International Monetary Fund must step in, and must step in quick. If they are not stepping in quick, the things will go out of hand, and the situation is bleak. It's very dark. I pray for the country of Sri Lanka. Thank you.